The plan is to kind of go through relatively quickly how you can make your highlight video for something that you would send to colleges, and basically to try and get college coaches to click on your video and hopefully watch and then eventually come see your game, right? So stop me if I'm going too quick. I kind of had some things done in advance just to make it a little faster. It's going to be like a pretty short, dumbed down version of the video, but it's going to have all the essential things that you'll need. Okay. So the very first step of any highlight video is the highlights. All right, you got to find some highlights of yourself playing in games. Okay. So I already have a couple downloaded, but and I know Coach Chris sent out kind of like a video on how you clip on VO, but I figured I'd show as well. Um, so anyway, this is just a game from this past weekend of those sixes. All right, whatever. I like that she intercepted the ball and passed the ball and connected her pass. So I hit this plus button on the right in VO. Okay, this is to create a tag. Okay, so I just hit attack because that's a highlight I want. You can see I can adjust the timeline here. So yeah, maybe I want just that piece of it, right? So I'm coming here. I'll just play the clip. Perfect. Perfect. I get exactly what I want. Right. So now I'm just going to create the highlight. That highlight is now going to put it in this highlight list. So you see in here, there are all these highlights. A lot of them are automatically generated. So you can see the one that I just created because it's still gray. Okay. So what usually happens is you have to refresh the page in order for it to sorry, trying to refresh the page in order for it to kind of like reload. So yeah, perfect. So now you can see the screen here. So now I just click these three dots. I hit download. All right, it downloads. Here's my clip. I clicked out. All right, so that's your highlights. Okay. So the next step is trying to start make the movie. All right, for those that are on MacBooks, that's what I would suggest. Um, to make the video, it's just the easiest. If you have like a PC, there's other ways you can do it, but I would go to the library. If you need to borrow a laptop, if you need to borrow your friend's laptop, um, just kind of figure out a way you can get a MacBook. All right. So anyway, you open iMovie. So this is kind of what iMovie looks like. All right. There's nothing in here right now. Okay. I'm gonna take the three videos that I highlighted or that I downloaded. I just highlight them and drag them in. Okay, so you'll see the three individual clips right in here. Okay. I can shuffle them and move them in whatever order I would like. All right. And then when you're in here, I'm just gonna turn the volume off. That way we don't all have to that way we don't have to listen. All right. But in here you can adjust your clips as well. So I can drag to make it shorter, I can drag to make it longer. All right, there's lots of things I can do here. All right, so anyway, I'll just make it a little bit shorter here. All right, so I want that action. All right. And then maybe I'll move this one right to something like this. Okay. So now I adjusted the length of the clip. I have my clips, right? Now I want to be able to highlight who I am, right? Because right now I just see a clip. I don't really see much else, right? It's hard to identify who you are. Okay. So an easy way to do that is with a red circle. So on Google, you're gonna go in. If I can figure this out. On Google, you're gonna go in. All right. You're just gonna type in Google red circle PNG. PNG is just a type of file that's transparent. So you're gonna be able to overlay it on the video and it'll go around you instead of over top of you, basically. But I know for a fact that this first one here is PNG. If you see these like checkerboard on the back of it, that means it's a PNG. So all I'm gonna do is right click it or a 2-finger click, depending on what you're doing. Save image to downloads, right? I go to my downloads. Here's my circle, okay? So now that I have that, I'm gonna go back to iMovie. Okay, I'm gonna highlight, let's say I'm gonna highlight the center midfielder here. All right, so I'm gonna pause. All right, I click exactly where I want to freeze frame, which means pause the video. Okay, I'm gonna right click it, add freeze frame. This is gonna pause the video, meaning that I'll show you right now. It's playing, it's frozen, right, and then it starts playing again. Okay, so now I'm gonna take that red circle that I downloaded, right? I'm gonna drop it in to iMovie right over my freeze frame. Right, so I'm just gonna adjust it so that's in the actual freeze frame, right? And you'll notice this big red circle is just huge and it's moving. So I gotta click on the image of the red circle. I come up to the top bar here. You see where this is blue. I click it for cropping. I want to do fit, right? That's gonna make it fit over the screen. Now I need to come to this icon all the way on the left, which is video overlay, right? And I want to do picture in picture. Basically what that means is that this image is going to go on top of your video. All right, so now that I click picture in picture, you can see my red circle, right, is over my video. I can move it exactly where I want to, right over the center of the fielder. Right, so now when I play my video, right, okay, that's what I need to concentrate on. Right, I see who it is. Right, now I know, okay, that's whoever video it is, okay? So again, you would do that for every clip. So I'll do it one more time, just to kind of demo. Again, I'm gonna highlight the center midfielder. So I'm gonna go about here. I'm gonna freeze frame. So I click where I want. I'm gonna right click or 2-finger click, add freeze frame. Okay, I'm gonna come back to my downloads. I'm gonna drag in my image, right, of that red circle. I'm gonna adjust it to where the end is. I'm gonna come to the cropping. I'm gonna hit fit and then go to the top left of that bar. Right, I hit picture in picture. Right, there's my red circle. I'm now gonna move it and I'm just gonna make it a little smaller. That way it kind of fits who it is. Okay. All right, so now I have my clip. Right, highlights the center midfielder. Does a good job creating space, right? Playing out of pressure. Okay. So now we have our highlights. We've identified who we are in the clips. That's kind of the hardest part. Okay. Now you can kind of make it more personal. And I did real basic graphics on this. So you could make this much nicer than I have. But we need an intro. Okay. So in using an intro, you want a picture of yourself and then all the information that you need to give. So I created Sally Soccer. All right. So do like a nice picture of you, hopefully playing soccer, right? And then all the basic information. So it's what class you're in, what position you play, club, what high school, GPA, and then the bottom here, right? And you can organize this however you like. It could be on the left, it could be over the whole picture. You just want to make it really clear so that when the coach clicks on it, they're like, okay, I know exactly all the information I need from this girl, right? And I can start watching the video and I know what I need to look for. Okay. So you can put whatever highlights or accolades that you might have. Okay. I just kind of made some stuff up. All right. Once you have a screen like this, and I just did this in Keynote, you can do it in PowerPoint, you can do it in Word, whatever works. All right. You're just gonna screenshot the page. Okay, so on a Mac, it's I basically just hit play, so it goes full screen. And I hit Command-Shift-3, and that screenshots the whole page. Right, as you can see in this bottom right-hand corner. Okay. Once I screenshot it, right, I have a nice image that I can put into my presentation. I'll also suggest at the end of your video, you put something similar to this, right? So at the end, I'm gonna put this, which doesn't have a picture. Again, you can put a picture if you want, but it's basically all your core information again, and then a contact. Basically, you can put your number, you can put your email. I also just putting your email. And then if the coach likes your video and they want to reach out, they have all your information there. Okay. So again, you would take a screenshot of this. All right. So now we want to put that intro in. Again, I'll zoom out a little bit here. So we have our 3 clips. I have my title screen here. So I'm just going to drag this right into the front of my presentation. Okay. So as you can see, the default method on iMovie is to zoom in, which isn't great because it cuts off all the text. So all I can do with that is you just click the image, right? You're gonna come up to where it says cropping again, that blue kind of shape, right? And you just hit fit, okay? And now it's gonna fit in your screen. And it's not gonna zoom or anything like that, okay? All right, so that's the beginning. I'll put in the end, which was this screen. Put this in at the end. All right, and you're gonna have to do the same thing. I gotta hit fit, that way it fits. Okay, and that's kind of how you make a real basic highlight video. If I wanted to put music in it to make it a little bit more entertaining, I guess, you could come up here into music. Well, actually, you need to download the actual MP3 of your song. So that's what this is right here, highlighted in blue. And all I have to do is just drag the song underneath the videos and the pictures. All right, so now my song is underneath it, right? I'm gonna crop this so I don't have the song playing for 4 minutes when I don't have any video. All right, so I'm just gonna, come on. There you go. All right, cut it off. All right, now I have my whole video here. All right, I'll go big screen. All right, that way everyone can see. All right, so that's a general kind of real basic, real simple way to make a video. So let's say I'm a defender, right? So there's going to be defending clips and attacking clips that I have probably, right? So if I want to split the clips up so that I can tell the coach, all right, the clips coming up are all attacking, then the next couple clips are defending. So I can just come to this top bar here. Okay, I'm going to put titles, right? And you just pick whichever one you want. Okay, so I don't know, I'll pick this one. I just click it, I drag it in, right, and change the text. So I'm just gonna say attacking. And again, you can make this whatever you want. You can make the color red. You can do whatever you want. All right, but now I have, right, attacking, and then he knows it's gonna be attacking clips, or she knows it's gonna be attacking clips. All right, so that's another way you can kind of break it up. So it depends on your position, right? If you're a defender and you only put you passing the ball, that's probably not ideal, right? Because you're a center back and a lot of coaches want to see center backs defend. Okay, so you're gonna need more defending clips, but also you playing out at the same time. Right? If you're a winger, coaches are probably looking for clips where you're going 1v1 to beat players, you're crossing the ball, you're pressing, you're scoring goals. Right? If you're a center fielder, it's covering grounds, breaking up plays, tackling, and then the opposite side of it, right? Getting on the ball, breaking lines, that type of thing. So the type of clips kind of depends on what position you play and what your strength. I would say your video should be 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Anything longer than 4 minutes is too long, right? Your highlight video needs to be the best clips, right? The best clips. Don't just put your goals in, or don't just put assists in, but it has to be the best clip. So if you, whatever, drop in and get the ball off the center back, if you're playing center of the field and you turn and you hit a 45-yard pass in the air diagonally to the winger's foot, that's a good clip to put in. I don't need 7 other clips of you passing the ball to the winger, right? So in a 3-minute video, if I'm, let's say I'm an attacking center fielder, I probably have like 2 goal clips, 2 or 3 goal clips, 2 or 3 assist clips. I have a couple clips of me pressing, and a couple clips of me breaking lines on the pass, basically. Now we have our completed video here. All right, you would come up to the top right-hand corner. It might be hard for some of you to see with Zoom, but there's like a little share link. I just click that and export file. So I'm gonna say whatever, my highlight video. Right, I'm gonna download it, put it not in my documents. I don't know why it does that all the time. All right, save it, okay, and you'll see this little wheel, this little circle up here. Once it's all the way complete and disappears, that means it's downloaded, okay? The best way to share highlight videos is probably on YouTube. So if you just create a YouTube account, right, for your soccer, it's real easy to upload, right? You just title the name of whatever you want to name it, right? And then you just share the link to the video. YouTube is by far the best way, because then you can update it constantly as well. Like, I know the 06s and then the 05s, 04s played at Sousa this weekend. You can make a highlight video just based off this weekend. So it could be like 90 seconds long. You just put it on YouTube, and then whatever, like Wednesday, you email coaches, you're like, hey coach, I played in the Sousa event this weekend. Here's like a 90-second video on some of the best moments I had in the game. So that YouTube channel then becomes kind of like your library. We have all your clips and all your videos in it. So I'll definitely say YouTube. It's easy enough to set up, it's free, right? The one thing I will warn you, like, don't be putting other stuff on there. If you have like a side gig as a YouTube influencer, I wouldn't be putting your soccer highlight videos on top of that YouTube channel, okay?